Alright guys, welcome back to another video. We got some street diesel throwdown prep. I'll put it up somewhere on the screen here. Street diesel throwdown, 22nd of June. We're going to take the first gen and go compete out there in the single turbo class. But we got nothing but the finest earth liquid money can buy. T6 full synthetic for the old Gen 1. And we got an Amazon special radiator because Mishimoto sucks.
Failed us.
So
it failed us.
It leaks a good amount of coolant, and I'd rather spend $200 with one that had good reviews versus one for this. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to get the coolant drained on this, let it drain tonight. I'm just going to let it slowly drain so I don't get coolant everywhere and we can reuse that coolant. But we did some testing with our AFC spring. The old AFC spring was full AFC foot travel at 70 psi, so we were never reaching the full travel of the AFC foot. The new AFC spring from DDP, I had the star wheel too tight, and it was actually hitting itself, the spring, and not allowing it to travel full AFC foot travel as well. So we took it off, put some air to it, figured out where max travel was, and then set the spring accordingly to make sure we get that extra little bit. Me and Pops went and ripped it out last night. Seems to be ripping really good. I don't know. It spools the turbo way faster. We did some AFC mods as well to help limit more fuel. Seems to spool a lot better on the low end, which will hopefully correlate to that extra 40 horsepower that we need on the dyno. So that's the goal, but we're prepping for racing because racing's a good old time. So Amazon special radiator, I'll link it down in the description down below if you guys want it. Had good reviews. Obviously this one's for a 1994 truck, so a second gen, because that's what this radiator and intercooler is out of. So we're gonna get this stuff draining, get this stuff thrown in, and see how it works.
Well, that's a dumb design, so I have to figure something out to help catch this, because it's just going to go everywhere. The reason why the Amazon one is a W is because you don't have to use a freaking tube to drain it, because it has a peacock on it, so that you can actually drain the fluid and not have problems like I just did and get freaking crap everywhere. So that's draining. Get that draining. Time for it to drain the oil. I think it's also water pump time. Oil's draining. Now we're gonna get the fans pulled off and this stuff so we can get this radiator started. See where some of the leaks were. That was obviously the main one. So there's one in the middle. I think there's another one on the other side. So she's seen better days. So Amazon special coming in. It looks like most of the buildup was in the corners. It leaked from the ends, and that one's down there. But it looks like, yeah, just the end tanks got blown out. So, out with the old, new ones right there. Like I said, it looks like we have to do a water pump. So, get this belt pulled off, get these two bolts out. Otherwise than that, we're looking good. Balancer's still on, so that's a plus. Well, that made a mess. Love that. That paper towel did unboxing.
I got on Mishimoto's website, and their radiator is also a 3-core. So this 3-core is just off of Amazon, obviously made in China. There's your new unit.
Looks clean.
Cool it down.
As long as they keep it cool and not leak, that's all that matters, right?
Nothing we can't straighten out. So we're gonna get this have to get a water pump and an oil filter in the morning, put new oil in, get this, put a water pump in, and then get this thrown in. So, alright guys, next day, just got back from Napa, got our new Gates water pump and oil filter, oil aerosol overhaul in there. So those are dry. We're gonna get the new water pump put in here, get the belt put back on, get the radiator thrown in here, oil filter, and then we're gonna start filling her back up with radiator or with coolant, putting oil in, and yeah, should be ready to go back together and see how this one does. So this water pump feels about the same as the one that came out of it, but rather be safe than sorry, and for how inexpensive they are, it is what it is. So get these thrown in here and hopefully get this thing fired up. Pro tip, if you have one of these oil fills like me, for some reason it goes a little slow going in, just because it's going into 2 push rod holes. So I put my oil in the sun to let it warm up, thin out a little bit, so it pours in faster. 2 more to go. And this is called ingenuity at its finest. Pretty slick.
This is also how you turn a $200 radiator into a Mishimoto. Boom. Mishimoto radiator put in. All right.
Checked valve lash, everything's good there. Cleaned up the valve covers, put everything else back on. Oil's in, coolant's in. I think we're ready to fire this thing up and get it backed out of here. And we're going to let it run till hopefully the thermostat opens, and obviously get the air out of the system and add more coolant. I might need to go into town to get another one, but so far, so good. About to fire it up. Hopefully everything's connected. Hi guys, we're all back from the test drive. Everything went okay. We had a little too much coolant in here, and so the hose was hard when we came back. Let some coolant out. We're all good to go. I'm not saying that Mishimoto is bad or anything. I bought mine used, or brand new in the box, but used. The kid sold his truck before he bought it, so I wasn't the original purchaser of it. For, I think you can, there is some warranty work option, I believe, or I don't know. This one was $200. Mishimoto's is up there, so we just swapped caps. Same thing. But this one should work for what we need it for. Only time will tell. Like I said, I'll have it linked in the description below. But this is also a 3-core, which is what Mishimoto said theirs was. So I think it'll do just fine at the end of the day. And no shade to Mishimoto. That one was giving me, that one's had leaks now for the last year. They've just progressively gotten worse, and they're obviously like internally in the ends or something. So I don't know if that's my fault, whatever. But that's it for today. She should be ready for Street Diesel Throwdown, and we'll go out there and give her hell. And you guys will see that video the 22nd of June. So, but yeah, thank you guys for watching. Take care of your 12 offs. Peace.